Oh, welcome. Okay, we're gonna get all this situated. This is actually the start of the video. Wait until the audio gets a little better. We are actually recording this little microphone right here. Bear with me, I'm in the middle of getting all of this situated and worked out. This is actually something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, which is a YouTube channel. My name is Benjamin Jordan and this is Into In Football. I'm a personal trainer, but my hobby and passion is football. Everything. As you can see, yes, that is official. But this video, for my first video of 2020, I wanted to talk about my favorite boot of 2019 and my most used boot of 2019. So, to begin, my favorite boot of 2019 is the Nike Phantom Venom, okay? I was a big T90 guy. I loved it. I love the power elements. It's amazing to think now that the T90 were so heavy, and these things are incredibly light. I think they're around 7 ounces. This is actually my third pair. I had the launch colorway, which was the bright red with the black stripe, black tick right here. And unfortunately for me, I got massive blisters right here. So I actually sidelined it for a little bit. And I decided to sell it because I never thought that I would wear it again, let alone buy 2 more versions. The next version that I picked up was this version. I think this was the Euphoria pack. And as you can see, I put it through quite a bit and quite a bit. Out here in Southern California, we play a lot on turf. So unfortunately, I was using the firm ground model on artificial grass, which is I do not recommend doing because one, it'll hurt your knees a lot, but also it'll do some wear and tear to your boots that are not supposed to happen if you're playing on the appropriate surface. Now, for some reason, this model just fit me a lot better than the launch colorway. I don't know if that was maybe a placebo effect, or I don't know, maybe just I wore thinner socks. I really don't know. But the very first model I had, it was cramping my toes. I had a lot of pain right here on my big toe bone right here. And I just don't know if that was maybe just because they weren't broken in a lot, or I just didn't give them a reasonable chance. But that is my favorite boot of 2019. There were so many models and colorways that were released from so many brands that, for me personally, it was impossible, both financially and just realistically, to try everything. But hopefully my next pair is the Legend 8. I do a lot of coaching, so I stand on my feet a lot, and leather boots just tend to be kind of a better option. This was more of a, because it was new, I wanted to try it, and I actually kind of fell in love with it a little bit. So I have nothing but positive things to say about the Phantom Venom. Now, my favorite boot and most used is actually something that came out in 2018. These are the Under Armour Magnetico Pro Turf version. Now, the university that I coach with is sponsored by Under Armour, so these are the boots that all the players were given, all the staff. And we do train a lot on turf, so we have our conical studs, and if you can see it, I'm not sure, but there's little holes right here. This allows for the turf blades to go into the little holes and give you just a little bit better traction so you're not slipping as much. Additionally, there's this thin plastic strip that runs all the way around the front toe box. This is to prevent the separation that typically happens from your sole plate and your upper if you play on artificial turf and your boots are actually made for firm ground. So this is not your retail Magnetico Pro, because your retail Magnetico Pro doesn't have the, I don't know what you want to call it, but the little turf part at the toe box. It's just this material all the way through. Now, I've worn these for the better part of 2019. I would say every day for about 6 months I was wearing these boots in practices, in games, just on the sideline for warm-ups, anything that I was doing which was affiliated with the university. I had these bad boys on. They are so broken in that it is ridiculous, and at sometimes I actually find myself playing with these in pickup games when I actually do private trainings. They've kind of been my go-to boots just because they fit me so well, and I guess that's just the case if you wear them for every day for 6 months, that you're gonna love stuff about them. For me, I like the no-nonsense upper. This little texture stuff that Under Armour has, I don't know what it does, if it does anything. Let's just say it doesn't. It's just no nonsense. That's the best way I can say. It's just simple. It's very light. The touch, the material is thin enough to where you kind of get that barefoot sensation, which I enjoy. And the studs are not as heavy on your knees as something that's like this, which is a lot more aggressive. The conical studs are easier, especially on artificial grass, but also on natural grass, which you can use these, and I've used these both on both surfaces equally. It's just become a very popular boot in my selection. With that said, most people would not buy these with their own money because it's Under Armour. They don't really have a good reputation, and they don't have a strong following in the football world. But if you had the chance to try these, I would recommend them a lot. My only complaint with these boots is the insoles. For whatever reason, it may be me, but they just held every odor known to man, and it was very uncomfortable. And I actually ended up throwing the insoles away, and I replaced them with just an extra pair that I had laying around. It got really bad, and this is actually, I don't know what it was, but it was both cleats, and it was just so strong that it was repulsive. But that would be my only complaint with the Magnetico Pros, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So to recap real quick, my favorite boot 2019 is I'm about to call them Hyper Venoms, the Nike Phantom Venoms. My current colorway is the Euphoria pack. I just think it looks great. A big fan of the blue splash into the white. If you haven't tried them yet, I would definitely recommend giving them a go. There are rumors that they're going to discontinue that, so just be on the lookout. You may be able to get them a lot cheaper. But my most used boot of 2019 is the Under Armour Magnetico Pro Turf. Most used of 2019. And with that said, thank you everybody for joining me. Again, bear with me. This is my first video of 2020. I'm doing something new for me. This is just doing it without thinking, overthinking. So the videos will improve. My microphone will get better. Hopefully I can figure this out where there's not a lot of echo and it's not picking up everything in the room. And I will see you guys next time.